What's up, Nomad? Welcome in. Might be a little bit low energy today. Not feeling the best. Cancel your evening plans, yeah. Yeah, there's been this lingering, just infection or something. I'm on antibiotics now. Its own problem. But we'll set that aside. I've had this one kicking around for a minute. Gonna be a pretty short and sweet thing. I'm just waiting out the ads right now. Yeah. Well, we're on the upswing. I mean, I'm medicated now. How's it going, Celador? Thank you for the 21 months, by the way.
Hey, it's ad time.
Incredible. 21 months. The music we're listening to right now is what this game decided to hit me with for the menu. Yeah, it's a mildly unwell kind of day. I feel like if I really, I don't know, if I really cared about what I did, or if I really felt strongly that it had to be done, I could probably still do it. But instead, I'm going to stream while I can hear only partially. I have an ear infection somehow. Give me one moment. I want to actually get some water. Early today because I ran out of things to do. Welcome. I didn't know I wanted to know if I want to be there. I know where I don't want to be. I know where I do. I do kind of wonder if when I'm talking, can you guys hear the rain outside? I have the window open right here. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit too sensitive. I hope not. It's kind of noisy. But it's that kind of mood today. Oh gosh, that's so huge. Okay, it looks like the ads are done. I said I was going to get water, but I actually got a blue Gatorade. Match our blue mood here. Yeah, but you're also raining. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna hit new game. So from what I can see, this is gonna be pretty chill. Oh wait, so okay, so we're just shooting rocks. Shooting rocks. We got this. We're shooting rocks to get. Okay, so we got one rock. Can't have any dairy. That's right. Yep. Very true. So what are we doing here? Okay, we're playing Plinko. Okay. You like Plinko? The RT effect, yeah. Yeah, it's got like rounded screen edges. There's a skill tree. Increase the damage of all guns. Okay. Get like skill tree to make things better. Your life would end if you didn't consume dairy. Well, I really like dairy as well. But more and more, I've come to find that certain things I think I used to overemphasize. Base, let's see what we get from the Plinko. Let's play Plinko. Getting $1. I don't. Is that enough though? One times to a random score zones, multiplier score zones, multiply the value of an ore. Oh, I see. Get more fuel. Hello, Caliber. What's up, Falcon? How's it going? Keep mining sim. This is, I don't know, it's some cute game that said it was like Tower Wizard. Which seems to be perfect for the fact that I feel like there's a small mining ship in my sinuses currently. Just shooting around. Oh, I'm doing poorly. Hold on. I need to redo this one. Hold on. New expedition. New expedition. Let's redo that one. Wasn't paying attention at all. Surprise mechanics. Oh, you can just crash? Okay. Of course you can crash. Infections? Yeah, I have... Specifically, I have some sort of ear infection. Aim for games like this, so these usually get slotted into the category of idler. But I kind of feel like that's a little derogatory, you know? Maybe that's just me. Maybe... Am I anticipating on playing? Call to base. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we get a ×2 here now. I don't think anybody's gonna hit, but hey, maybe. Oh, whoa, whoa, wait, where are all these extra rocks going? Oh, did I get more of the rocks? Okay, whatever. Skill tree. It's not idle. You have to move around and dodge and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Is I feel like idle game is a bit 20% chance. Oh, yeah, we want that for sure. We get this. But I also do think there needs to be something said about the fact that I picked this game intentionally because it didn't look like there was a whole hell of a lot going on in it, and I could just kind of yap while I moused around. You know what I mean? We can do this one better. Let's do this one better. Is there anything like it before Vampire Servers? Well, okay, so first of all, yes, I can think of one prominent example. Go look up Crimson Land. But even that is more like hands-on in the Vampire Survivors, but it predates Vampire Survivors by a long time, and the gameplay is very similar. Game audio is a tad bit loud. I can turn that down. Thank you for the feedback. Can't pause this. Hold on, one second. Turn the game down a bit. Call to base, and... Crimson Land. So It's a like 2002 era PC game where you're a booty man and he automatically shoots and it spawns a bunch of enemies. Surprise mechanics sometimes. Yeah. Look around. I'm not really going to invest too much thought into this. Ooh, I like the soundtrack of this game. But yeah, Crimson Land comes to mind. But in broad strokes, like, you know, a game where you don't need to do too much input isn't really a new thing. A lot of arcade games operate on that. Any bit almost had the volume. Huh. Maybe that fixed it. We'll see. Recall the base. I can see the scale. It looks like it's fine now. We'll keep an eye on it when the music starts up. Fuel tree. We definitely want more firepower. Okay, max that out. Great. Can we max out fuel? Great. Can we max out this? Let's just max out these early things. The Plinko machine continues to process ore while you are on expeditions. That's awesome. You ever heard of Noita? I've heard of Noita, but I haven't played Noita. One sec here. Let's go. This game's hitting me in the right spot right now, right in the blue. But like I was saying, like games where you don't have to input too much. I mean, that's how a lot of like early arcade games operated on that principle. I guess if you're talking about like if you're layering it with progression elements, especially like meta progression elements like Vampire Survivors, then maybe you have to get a little more specific and say like Vampire Survivors invented something. I don't really know. I feel like oh. I'm thinking of like even old arcade games like I mean, if you really want to get into it, like you do have to tap a button to shoot in asteroids, but really, you know, it's infinitely spawning enemies from the edge of the screen. You're a tiny little guy with a gun. It's, you know, like, but also I'm thinking of like there was this old arcade game like iRacer where the car just automatically drove forward. Like a lot of old racing games were like that. It just like drove. I kind of think of those as similar, like conceptually, as like games where your skill isn't really necessarily at the test, but maybe like your reflexes or just due to luck, right? And the game's kind of just playing itself. Like simple input games. I don't know how I feel about meta progression in games, like with the new Slay the Spire 2 games. It kind of feels like a tacky add-on to artificially increase the game's replayability instead of the game making the game more fun to play more. A lot of management games are kind of like that. I don't like how modular games have gotten. I want to do this one better. And by modular, I mean, I think we can hit quota. Oh no, come on. By modular, I mean like, it feels like every game is taking blocked elements of other games. Not unified, just sort of, yeah. I feel like a lot of those subsystems in games wind up feeling like they're very disjointed. Too many games in the game. Yeah, exactly that. I'm thinking of something right now where it's like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter comes to mind. Where like you have like gem slots from World of Warcraft and fucking you're farming bits and parts and there's a whole like cooking mini game and There's also like meta progression for like all sorts of stuff. But more my broader point here is just that like putting meta progression in Slay the Spire, or putting meta progression in Vampire Survivors, or putting meta progression in Mega Bunk or whatever. It's just like it's like a box you can check. You can just be like, yeah, let's put meta progression in the game, and then you don't really need many supporting game systems for that, right? You put things in. Like you could just gate things behind a meta progression if you wanted it, instead of putting them like as skilled unlocks, or just like. Because like Vampire Survivors combine a lot of that. Like it has like the level up, like, but also to me that winds up making your early runs feel like they're kind of pointless, because the only difference between like your earliest run in Vampire Survivors and your latest run is that you didn't have all like the mandatory passive upgrades for your character yet. Asteroids have a 5% chance to drop gold. Counterexample to my own point, I really like Hades and his meta progression, but the game itself is so much fun. I played it without that anyway, and it's like a cool addition. But it's a vampire progression. It's forced you to replay the game just for the sake of it. Yeah, modular is a good way to put it. Yeah, modular is more like what I mean. It's just like, you can put a battle pass in our game, or does your game have like a skill tree? Can we put skill trees in? Let's put a skill tree in. Like you're just grabbing something from a previous experience you had and putting it in your game, right? And that's okay if what you're trying to do is not, invent upon that, and you just need that part to get to where you're going. Oh, sorry, I sneezed there. But like, you know what I mean? Is like, if every game has to reinvent itself from the ground up, then no games get made, because it's nonsense. If everybody has to invent, like, say, a shop system or a battle pass or whatever, like, just to have their game exist, then we're bankrupt. It's like, that's like the problem with Nintendo trademarking or copywriting or patenting or whatever the fuck lawyer trolling they're trying to do around like catching a monster with a ball or something. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Let's recall to base. Patenting. Yeah. Play the Spiders especially egregious because you have to do ascendancy on every character, which is a massive waste of time. I mean, have to. You never have to play a game. You can always just close it. Ridiculous. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I hated that a lot. A lot. A fucking lot. I cannot fucking stand Nintendo right now. How much money we're making? On all these green things. What is this? 10% chance to do critical damage. Adds an additional gun to your ship. Guns drain fuel. Okay, maybe I wouldn't have bought that if I read it. Space mines. Mining laser. I think we went the gun route. So, whatever. I miss the days when games used to be like a book. You buy it, you play it, you finish it, you move on. But that's what I'm getting here right now with this little $3 spaceship game. Right? I mean, maybe you won't see a point in playing it after you've seen me play it, but to me, it's like, no warp drive installed. Yeah, no, I don't have a warp drive installed. But, I'm going to play this game, it's going to end, and then I'll never play it again. I'll probably write a nice review for it. Reason I like Baldur's Gate 3 so much. So actually something else I was writing recently is about this idea that we experience a sort of grief in pretty much all aspects of life. Like I don't know if you guys have... Very Luna. I guess I can. So like, I think that we are hesitant to let go of good experiences. Right, because they happened and they were good and we were comfortable in that moment and we really liked that game, or we wish it wouldn't end, or there was a sequel, or that kind of stuff. And I've talked about this before, but like, I think that that's a kind of grief reaction. I think that that's a sort of perverse, sort of almost toxic relationship with gaming, or with like movies or TV shows, or like people who like, and I'm guilty of it too, where like you rewatch The Office instead of watching something new, or, something like that, because you're just clinging on to something in an unhealthy way. I'm not saying that like you should never replay something either, but it's more just like I think that, like, we have an unhealthy desire for something to last forever, and it extends to pretty much everything, not just like, oh, I wish I was like immortal or whatever thing. Coworker at work is trying to convince me to get ARC Raiders, and I physically sighed at the thought of trying to get into another live service game. I don't like being made jaded by video games, but you're absolutely right. That game, like, came like a storm, and I saw it, and I just didn't care. Unlock warp drive. Okay, we unlocked warp drive. I kind of felt bad, because it looked fun, but at the same time, it just seemed like so much effort. It just seemed like so much effort to get into yet another one of those sort of job games. We desire permanence but enjoy novelty. Yeah, I mean, there's that. But there's also just that, like, there's no promise that the next thing you find is going to be any good, right? If you just experienced something good and it ended, part of that feeling of... Part of that ick is just that, like, now you have to look for something new, right? Couple of days. Could also be a circular thing where new stuff just isn't as good as what we had back in the day. I think that some of that feeling of it's not as good as it was back in the day is also a grief reaction. I feel like it's the denial stage, where sort of like we have to hold things on a pedestal or revere a memory of something as better than it was. Just because that makes it like more special to us sometimes. And now people are mad after finding out your skin's Discord API too, because you get ARC Raiders. Yeah, right. Yeah, there's a story about that. If you gave ARC Raiders your Discord permissions, you should probably check into that. But you know what I mean? Is like, I'm saying that, like, I feel like sometimes we deny that new things are good too. And in some cases, it's not true. Now, absolutely, there are definitely a lot of instances where new things are just worse. And I think that is also a death, though. And that's part of what I was writing in my blog post about, is sort of just like things getting in-shitified is them dying. Like, the internet that I grew up on is dead. It's not coming back. It's gone. It's dead and dying, and what we're participating in is like the end stage of the experiment, you know? And that's a death, and we're allowed to be sad about that, and we can't act irrationally, though, right? We can't pretend that it's still there, right? You know what I mean? Logs all your PMs. Falcon, nobody calls them PMs. It is actually 2026. No one has called them a private message since... It's like 2005, when people posted on forums. I should have gone back to base. I hit the wrong button. Maybe I don't have to go back to base. Maybe it just stores all that stuff. PM is in private message. Like on a fucking forum, on a web forum. Hold on, I speak boomer. Prime Minister. Yeah, Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Check your PMs, Prime Minister. Give me this. All the base. Oh god, this one has loot box. See what I mean by modular, guys? Hold on, it just hurt my nose to speak that loud. See what I mean? There's fucking loot boxes in every game nowadays. You see? Do you see this shit? Modular. 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 Prime Meridian. Prime Meridian seems like something an Outer Wilds nerd would know. So we got increase the multiplier of a random score zone by +1. Upgrades the rarity of one Plinko peg. And yeah, okay. Cool. I love how it looks almost exactly like the Overwatch loot box. I know. And that's kind of what I mean, is like... Post-Meridian? Whatever. Yeah. I believe you. But that's kind of what I mean, is like... Some of that stuff, like the battle passes and the loot boxes, obviously. But that stuff is like being imported from other games modularly because it makes money, right? Like, oh, it's our little storefront, right? I think I can just stay here now because I get fuel from like blowing up the rocks. Nice. I never played Overwatch, guys. Never once in my life. I've never, ever, ever played Overwatch. Never. Never played Overwatch. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is going to be so satisfying. Hold up, hold up. Come on, dump it, 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 dump it. BC in 80 years is weirder because before Christ and Anno Domini. Yeah, it's Anno Domini. Domini. Mercy's res. See, this is my favorite thing about having never played Overwatch is I think I know who Mercy is, because reasons, but anybody who talks about the game, they're just nerd talk just washes over me. And when they try and show me clips of the game that are like quote unquote impressive, I can't tell what's going on. They're just like waggling their mouse around and like words appear on the screen. It's like, and then the lady's like, kill. I'm like, I don't care. Can you show me a TF2 clip? Can you show me somebody like fucking grenade jumping? Yeah, reasons. I know who Mercy is. I know who Tracer is. I know who Widowmaker is. I know, come on. I remember when that game launched and there was a controversy because Tracer was posing with her ass facing the camera. That's how old I am. Like on the character select screen, she was just like ass forward, turning around and looking. Yeah, everybody forgot about that. Simpler times. Gamergate era. God. Pepperidge Farm remembers doing the over-the-shoulder. Yeah, it was the most benign shit imaginable. To think that anybody would be upset by that. Reduced her butt size due to the controversy? This is a fucking wild sentence to be typing in my chat. I don't really like what Overwatch has done to the world. Oh, there's a key. Need to be mining more rocks so that we don't run out. Good character select screen, yeah. I mean, listen. I remember hot coffee, yeah. Oh yeah. That's old for sure. That's old enough that when I reference that to my wife, she doesn't even know what I'm talking about. Like, she's like, I didn't pay attention to the news back when we were in high school. Like, it's like, like Hillary Clinton. I remember Hillary Clinton and Jack Thompson harping on about this hot coffee. It's like, okay. And do you know what it was at the end of the day? Even if you modded it into the game, quote unquote, even if you access this heinous content on the disc, it's literally no worse than, like, picking up a prostitute in that game. Like, where it's just implied. It's just heavily implied. You can't actually see anything aside from, of course, the blocky character textures. There's nothing even going on. It's just like, there's substantially worse things happening on Twitch every second of the day. On most channels, even. Like, most channels. Mortal Kombat is destroying our youth. Yeah, I remember that. Like, Doom. Used to be a bunch of panic around Doom. Fucking kids used to get, like... I mean, that was just religious, though, but... like... all sorts of things were blamed for satanic and otherwise inappropriate behaviors. Tomb Raiders. Yeah. Pokemon for some reason was bad, yes, because it had gambling in the game, was one of their reaches. 5% to completely... all that. I wasn't allowed Pokemon. I was, but I really shouldn't have been left unsupervised with those cards. A lot of my cards wound up getting stolen. Just because I'm a dumb child. Thank you, Suribot. I love Suribot. Suribot is like one of the most useful things on the modern internet. And by the way, I wasn't doomsaying earlier when I was saying that the internet is dying. It's not the same place it used to be, and that's for better and worse. We just have to live with it, you know? Not trying to be doomer. I've been trying to, like, reclaim personal spaces on the internet. I've always had, like, personal web hosting. But, like, you know, my blog is self-hosted. I have my own domain, kind of stuff. It's just like, I think I want to have my own things now on the internet again. Claw back my own email. And really just kind of pick and choose who I give those things to. Epic, huh? It's gonna be epic when I've spent all the time here. Oh no, I crashed. Oops. That's fine. Max Payne 2, the shower scene of Monos would change from a boy to a man. I was thinking of Max Payne the other day. And it's because the first game fucked me up bad with those PTSD nightmares he had. The internet went from being very personal to very corporate. Every single business entity being shoved into every cloud ain't helping. Yeah, I don't want to centralize anything anymore. I'm not going to be logging in with my Google account. Sharing accounts. I'm going to be linking accounts. I'm going to be connecting accounts. Each website's going to be its own thing. I'm wearing a white sweatshirt. It's very, very bright white sweatshirt. It's actually one of my favorites. It has Cardcaptor Sakura on it. It's very, very nice. I'm drinking a neon blue Gatorade, trying not to cause the inevitable problem. Open loot box. I'm wearing a grease stained work polo. Nice. Wasn't it Microsoft or some CEO who said people should start getting used to COD and not owning a PC? I mean, they would love that. They would absolutely love that. Is that the thrust of things currently? Yes. They definitely are moving in the direction of trying to starve people out of owning things. And it's not going to be all at once. It will be, as it has been, with the low end first. And not just the low end of price, but the low end of effort. The harder it is to sort of have a home PC, just in general, the less likely people are to do so in terms of just popularity. And the truth is, for a time now, gaming is the only thing that's been really propping up home PCs. And most people don't have home PCs anymore. They have mobile devices or whatever else they do, like, you know, the fuck is the Steam thing called? Isn't PC leasing already a thing? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I mean, just streaming games as a service has been a thing for ages. They've tried and failed many times to make it work. And the reason it's failed hasn't really been because of anything except for the fact that it kind of sucks. Steam Deck. Yeah, Steam Deck. I don't know why I was blanking on that. It's because I don't have one. I just don't have need for one. I don't go anywhere. Smartphones replace laptops as a whole. I mean, sort of. Not really for gaming. I still think that PC gaming, by and large, seems to just be happening on just whatever the fuck people find nowadays. A lot of that is just going to be pre-builts or just gaming laptops or whatever. Super hyped for the Steam box thing. You can buy it for my dad. It's a good middle ground between expensive PC and cheap console. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping things turn around as far as, like, I don't really think this AI shit is going to last the way it is for very long. Not for any reason other than the fact that money people aren't very stalwart. They aren't very dedicated, when the money isn't happening, especially, but also in general. They're very finicky, fickle people. And they're gonna move on. They did with the stupid crypto coin shit. They moved on with everything. There's not gonna be... People are stupid, and I still see pretty often that they're making the right choices. They moved on with IoT. Yeah, right. I think that when you explain the AI situation to a normal person, they kind of have a normal reaction to it. Is basically it. I think the edge cases where people are shown as being addicted to AI are edge cases, and those edge cases are being shown as prominent because to some extent it would be a good story if tons and tons of people were addicted to this stupid fucking chatbot, but I don't really think that they are. I think most people get bored of it pretty quick. Not gonna be anything much longer unless you figure out energy, like fusion or something new. That's just gonna cause damage on you on the way out. I mean, energy is like... God, we're going to talk infrastructure on my stream. If there's a very convincing argument to be made for just doing grid scale solar and putting a lot of emphasis into backup nuclear, like, you know, like that kind of stuff. But burning coal to feed AI data centers feels really bad. It feels really stupid. Feels like a dumb thing to be doing. An environment where you realize that things are finite. Aren't kids super addicted? AI significant other. It's interesting because what is it? It's interesting because what is it? 50% of high schoolers have AI significant others. How many have actually kept up with it? Yes, chat. I mean, I don't think a kid should be having access to ChatGPT personally, or anything analogous to that. I wouldn't let my kid interact with the fucking clinker. And I can't say that I'm in touch with all that, but I do think that in my experience, though, like most adults have just seen through it and kind of think it's bullshit. I worry all sorts about, like, I don't know. As far as like the AI stuff, the most concerning thing to me has just been the way people trust it when they are engaging with it. And most people don't choose to actively engage with it. It's really only broken-brained people currently, I think, as far as like adults. I don't know about kids, it worries me that kids are being given access to that kind of thing because they do form very easy bonds with sycophants, people who tell them what they want to hear, you know, like you know, lying to a kid to get them to go to the dentist is like the classic, right? Like we're going to Disney World, right? And that's all ChatGPT does, is it tells you you're going to Disney World. That's the only thing it's built for. And so, yeah, kids are definitely going to get addicted to that, given the chance. I like how green I am right now. Feeling very Kermit. Please shoot. Thank you. Ooh, we can go to the next sector. That's exciting. Facebook is just an AI post graveyard. I deleted my Facebook. You should too. Oh, hey, we got the refuel. Oh, we're going deep on this run. Let's not crash. Let's get the Ankh artifact. I think we gotta try for this other box. Oh, it's gonna duck. Yeah, we got it. It gave it to us. It gave it to us. What is an artifact? Never had one actually, but my parents love to like crap from it constantly. A lot of boomers and old people who get stolen by AI advanced against examining bleed. So, yeah. Damage increased by 10%. That's wicked. It's just passive buffs. There's definitely a type of person out there who how do I put this? I think particularly in the United States of America, narcissism is kind of rewarded and promoted in terms of like you're very much encouraged to have like a persona, a brand, don't give a fuck kind of attitude where like you get your way everywhere, you know, whatever particular thing it is, right? And so I think that some AI products play into that particular type of person very heavily. And since there are quite a few of them, sticks to their guns. Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like basically cartoon characters. People are encouraged to basically be functional cartoon. Dating when your response to what's your Insta is, oh, I'm not on it, is really tough. I have to put in extra effort to people. Oh, man. I couldn't imagine. See, if I were in that situation, and I don't have an Insta, but I don't have to happily married, what I would probably do is just have one where I posted photography or something. Like, I definitely would go out of my way to find something to keep an Insta. Just have to go on there and scroll through the memes every stupid ass TikToks. That's all. Just you gotta do it. I think you gotta do it. I think you gotta do it. It's so unfortunate. It's so annoying. It's so stupid. Start doing that. Maybe get a dog or cat. That's what I mean. Is like I would probably maintain one that's just full of like not pictures of me. Definitely pictures of like stuff. Things that I do. I have a nice camera. The one that I use for streaming is a very nice camera that I bought a while ago, and we definitely go out and take pictures with it. Gardens and the flowers. Never gotten asked what my Insta is. That's interesting because I have. I got asked what my Instagram was actually a couple weeks ago. When I was in Target looking for Pokemon cards. I don't know if I was being flirted with still. Maybe I'm just oblivious though. I feel like I dress pretty unusually. I was wearing my Nanners hoodie and like my pink and black Nikes and like I think I was wearing like black leggings and a skirt. But like I think he just thought I had like an Instagram because I looked like a cartoon character. So I wasn't trying to read too much into it. I'm really enjoying this. This is washing over my fucking... my ibuprofen apple brain perfectly. Oh shit, we're up to ×6 here. Word processing speed is at maximum. Gain a lucky boost every 5 sectors. Is that like cumulative over time? Also, thanks for checking in, Critias. This game is fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. Just like opening my eyes super wide right now because I'm trying to wake up. Yeah, great. Blast mines. We love blast mines. Big shields, huh? Save up a lot for those. Painting laser. Okay. Maybe we'll save up. I don't think we have any loot boxes. Alright, begin expedition, please. Oh no. Begin expedition. It's been a long time since I've been, like, antibiotic sick. I guess that's a good thing. Let's see if we can get to like sector 3 at least. We can get through this one pretty quick. Oh man, getting screwed. Can we make sector 4? Oh, I'm so locked in. This game actually has a decent amount of gameplay if you really are generous with what you consider to be gameplay. Let's recall the base. Excellent work, guys. Alright, you do that. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm gonna begin expedition. We gotta keep working through this. I think we need to keep working through this. Oh no, begin expedition. Oh, so it is cumulative, the sectors, the lucky sectors. Because it's down at the bottom, I think. The bottom middle here. That should be 3. Rare. Nice. Ooh, we get... Oh, don't crash into them. 2 loot box keys. Okay. I'm very red. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about sort of like how we should approach things like, for instance, I saw recently that a Serial Experiments Lane sequel or second season or something is being produced. And it kind of set me off. It kind of put me in a bad mood. Not because I don't really have strong feelings about Lane. I'm going to be honest. But what annoys me about it is the same thing that annoys me about, say, like, fully coolly progressive, alternative, whatever the fuck. Sort of like... I don't think that you can make a sequel to something in a world where... Wife does. Yeah, she likes it a lot. I don't mind Lane. I like Lane. I think it's a great series. But tell me this. No. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. With regards to Lane, that original series came out in like 1999, 98, something like that, 2000. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact year. But regardless of which of those years it was, it has been almost 30 years since then. And that's 30 years of Serial Experiments Lane being venerated as this cult classic anime. There are, like, VR chat raves about this anime now. There's all sorts of, like, the making of Lane, like, all sorts of, like, you know, Lane avatars all over the internet. There are at least 2 decades of presupposition about what Serial Experiments Lane is already in the world. And whatever is made now will be a result of that. Will be a result of the expectations put on that story. Like, you can't possibly make Lane in a world where, like, it already existed. So did this first series end in a way that it wouldn't lend itself to a sequel? I would say that it ended. And to me, it didn't need a sequel. I could see where one might play with the idea of making a sequel. It definitely has room for that. I'm not saying that you can't iterate on that story anymore, that it's shut off forever, but I'm very highly suspicious of large gaps of time like that, and the motive, the ultimate motive behind making a sequel now at this point in time, which would be like, why didn't we do it sooner? Was there some other reason it couldn't have been done? Or are we just doing this now because the IP has value, or perceived value in the world where it just basically has, you know, a bunch of people who already have Lane avatars on Twitter? You know what I mean? It would be like if they tried to make a sequel to Bebop. I guess, maybe. Something like that. I think it's a little different. At this point, it's a cash grab, not love of the game. I don't think it could be love of the game. It's the thing. Is I think that if you had more of that story to tell, you already would have told it. And I think that if it's being told as a sequel from a different mind... So I don't know. To me, it's like another example. Okay, another example. Dragon Ball. Should Dragon Ball continue without Akira Toriyama? Is it bigger than him? Is the stuff that's written without him the same as the stuff that was? Is it part of the same universe? Can you really ship a Theseus this shit, you know, like that? Like it, you know what I mean? What makes it that? Because in the case of Fully Cooley, at least, it didn't seem to matter. That's cool. It didn't seem to really matter. Oh, we got a missile. Who made the original, because it was only some of them that came back, and kind of randomly at that. And so to me it seems like if we're saying that Fully Cooley is whatever it is, independent of who made it originally, then we're kind of disagreeing on what made that show special, I think, intrinsically. I think that what made the original Fully Cooley OVA so special was the confluence of talent. It was a Studio Gainax that was free of all major obligations at the time, but rife with talent. Hiroyuki Imaishi was there, Hideaki Anno was there, all sorts of the supporting animation talent from some of their best series they ever made were still there. Like Evangelion animators were just hangers-on, just hanging out. They were working in that studio at that time. Like they were there still, is what I mean. It's like... And so Fully Cooley is special because it was sort of like this merging of the eras between very much the erratic Trigger style that would eventually become Studio Trigger of Hiroyuki Imaishi, where he made like Dead Leaves with them, Fully Cooley, and he also worked on Die Buster with them. And many other things, like Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, and then also like the earlier people who were there working on things like Mahoromatic and Evangelion and you know, the things in between there, Nausicaa, the other things that Gainax worked on before that point, Gunbuster. Fully Cooley was special because all those people were there, because they contributed, and it's kind of like this just. To me, a project that isn't so much about what it's about, it's just more about who put it together, right? And so when you make a sequel that has none of them, that has none of that sort of appeal to, say, art for its own sake or any of that, it's just trying to cash in on the name, then how could it possibly be any good? And it's not just about the money there. I think that you can... It's more about the whole motive behind it. I think that the motive behind a creation is probably the most important part of it. Why are you making something? Why did you sit down to do this? Why did the person who made this game sit down to make this game? Why did they program this game? Was it to make money? Because they only charged $3 for this game, so I don't think that they really made too much money on it. I think that they just kind of wanted to make a chill game and see, you know, what came out of it. I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. Yeah, let's just buy all this shit. What is this? Magnetized. Yes. I love that. Minefield. Yes. Fuel capacity. Yes. Missile swarm? I love all of this. This is great. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm enjoying that. But you know what I mean? Is like, I think that if you sat down to like, I'm gonna hey, like VTubing. If I sat down and went, I'm going to VTube for money, it would change how I stream, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that intrinsically change the way that I stream? I'm not saying that that's necessarily bad. I'm just saying that it would change the end product, right? I would have different motives. I had a different structure. I would have different things that I cared about. Different concerns for the end product. I would use less licensed music. I'd probably play more popular games. You know? It's along those lines. Where... probably wouldn't complain about my job. That's true too. That is absolutely true. Truth be told, I don't know that my job is even all that difficult, but I don't know that it matters. I've thought a lot about this because the solution to, like, my job sucks is get a new job, right? But the solution to I hate all jobs is maybe evaluating if there's some deeper issue. Although thinking that there's an issue with hating work is kind of very American. But do you know what I mean? It's like, or play a little $3 indie game and you have to get out of sponsored collab streams. Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that there may be just... And I'm not saying that all streamers that stream for a living have those things going on. I'm just saying that they have different concerns with their content and the direction of it and the management of things. And it changes the end product in a certain way. Usually for the better, because they're trying to make something they can sell, right? They're trying to make a more professional-looking, streamlined product that they can make shorts with, or, you know, they just care more. But even getting off of that example, I think that, like, if you wanted to write a book for money, it would change the way that the book had to be written. You'd have to write something that's more popular. Or if you want to make a game that makes money, the popular example is all these Battle Pass games nowadays, right? Epic. I hope we get a refill. Oh, we didn't get a refill. Oh, we did get a refill. Oh, and I ran into the... Fuck. Fuck. Alright, let's go back to base. Open loot box. Oh, drop speed. Hell yeah. It's multi-box. Open one extra loot box. Yes. Excellent. Auto collect. 5% chance to collect ore from... Yes. 100%. Yes. Fuel drain. Yes. For fuel. Yeah, we like that. This game is hitting all the right spots. In expedition. I mean, it's true of everything, right? Like, and it's not just money, though. And I think getting stuck on money is wrong, too. If you wanted to stream to be popular, or if you wanted to write a, you know, if you wanted to manage a social media account to be popular, or, you know, like, if you wanted to, like, something like the classic, like, I want to be an actor to be famous, like that kind of thing. It changes the way you behave, it changes the way you think about things, it changes your motivations, it changes the lengths to which you're willing to go for certain... It changes the amount of effort and care you're willing to put into things. Legendary. Oh my god. Oh my god. Norp Analog? I love Norp Analog. I'm not gonna lie, I clicked into Norp Analog and this was in related games, and so that's how we're here. You should also check out Tower Wizard, Excalibur. Check out Tower Wizard. Oh yes. Oh yes. I want to stay here. Oh, okay. Look at that. Oh, yes. Blinko. I have this. Completely useful toggle. Meddling silence. Double box. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Tell you what, can't have dairy right now, but I do have chicken shawarma calling my name soon. I'm not going to linger in these common sections. We're looking for legendary. I've been thinking about busting out the flight stick again. Maybe we do a flight sim stream. I don't know what that would entail though. I guess it would be something like this, except I would be flying instead of dragging my mouse around the screen. Fortunately, we have enough calorie budget for a can of soda or a beer tonight. Okay, I mean, do what you gotta do. Personally, I'd be cutting out the alcohol entirely, trying to lose weight, but I understand why that's not tenable for some. Set up my hotess last night for the game I want to play tonight. Oh, nice! I was thinking, I mean, it's right behind me. It's not like I have to do anything. I just have to move it. It's just kind of cumbersome. But I'm thinking, like, maybe I'd do, like, I have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I don't really know what we'd do in that, in terms of, like, if there's any progression. Had to break down the truck sim setup. I see. See, mine's part of the same thing. I have a big, metal frame that my wife bought me that, it holds both the sticks and the stick in the throttle and the pedals and the steering wheel. All as one thing. You can detach the arms from if you want. Speed. Fuel drain is going to reduce fuel drain. Ink, which isn't hard. Everything just clamps to your desk. Yeah, it's not that bad, right? It's just like something... sometimes I have a hard enough time starting a game when all I have to do is right-click on it in Steam and, like, start game. Or not even right-click, just, like, click on it and click play game. And so, like, having to move something to play a game can sometimes just be, like, a non-starter. Fuel upon completing your quota. That's good. Getting over the inertia start. Yeah, for sure. I looked at Flight Simulator 2025 or whatever the fuck the most recent one is, and everybody was reviewing it very poorly. Hold on, I have to turn the fan off in here. One sec. Okay. Zoom out. Good. Okay, so we have a shield now. It's kind of cool. Play American Truck Sim for the last month. See, I want to get back on that too. It has more structure to it, I think, where like you can actually do like the make money and stuff. No, that's the vibe right now. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a bunch of keys. Let's get a whole bunch of keys. I want all the keys. Yes. Oh, that was so good. Gambling. It's so good. Here. Love gambling. Miss when video games could have gambling in them. But yeah, if this game looks appealing to you, Norp Analog is good, Wizard Tower is good, and there are many others that I have yet to explore. But this is even a little more gameplay than Tower Wizard. It's Tower Wizard. Quite involved. Hold on, I want to blow these up. Please let me blow up the mines. Oh, we ran out of. Okay. Gambling to his waifus and ZZZ. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Don't spend money on that shit. Don't spend money on ZZZ. I mean, you can spend money on whatever you want, but oh my god, look at the fucking, it's packed. I'm just looking at it. I think we want to upgrade missile damage for sure. Fuel upon completing quota. Yeah, why not? I think fuel is the main limiter, right? So all the way, yeah. Let's get the loot boxes out of the way. Double loot box. Bam. That's good. Laser increases laser damage. That's cool. Really looking for these red cards. Bam. Alright, good. Begin expedition. Much more powerful now. Double boxing all the way. Just get through the sectors, man. Let's just get through the sectors. Common. Can we get a rare one, please? Thank you. Oh, apparently it's super humid out. Turn it off with the switch. Oh, nice. I mean, raining is 100% humidity. Go back to base. Great. Legendary. Wait, okay, we got it, we got it, we got it. Yeah, my wife came in and was turning on the fan and opening the windows and stuff. And I was like, well, team it outside too. Yes, it's nice. It's nice to have the window. I think we're trying to get to Sector 3 so we can get silver. Thank you. There's some. Legendary. Oh, we got an artifact here. Hold up. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yes. Oh, yeah, get the mines. Oh my god. I don't think I can kill this in time. Oh, come on, die. Yes! It died! Expedition successful! That was so worth it. Big rock. Prestige. Oh. into the universe, yeah. What you get for breaking the big boulders. You get universe essence. I think it's so we can prestige and then start over anew. Wormhole upgrades one score zone into a wormhole, falling into Duplipeg. Hitting Duplipeg will duplicate inside the Plinko machine. Okay. Bind into the next ore type. Watch this. Let's enjoy this. Refiner. Oh, it's going crazy. Oh, it's going crazy. Popping off. What does Expedition want me to do down here? Siege? Oh, I don't have 5 universe essence. Okay, they just deal more damage. Nice. I see. Maybe we can get more universe essence. Or prestiging. It might be more efficient, yeah? Let's see what all we can get. Oh, we start on Sector 5 now. That's pretty sick. Oh, I see. We're just like burning crazy amounts of like a whole new scaling. Oh, we can still make money. Oh, is that an artifact? What is that, gold? Angle might be charging at one of those that kind of works, but needs to blow up before I do. Where's the mine? Where's the mine? There it is. The mines are definitely the lifeblood of this operation. That's pretty good. We build an explosion next one. Beam gun, huh? Okay. Oh, mines. Give me a mine, please. This one's kind of nice. Oh. Kind of lame if they put you on this cliff. I guess they really, really want you to prestige. It's fine. We'll do a little bit more, and then once I have enough prestige, maybe we'll just do that, and then yeah, it makes a nice noise. You're right. But then I need to go because I'm feeling pretty unwell. I do like that noise. I think it's the shields onlining. Be a mine, please. When? I didn't get it. I was hoping I would just get it. Oh. Let's see what we get. Big money, no whammies, big money. Need a few more thousand. I just don't see any way to slow down the fuel rate enough with the upgrades that we have available. Big explode. That should be enough money for sure. For sure, for sure. Excellent. Okay, so we do have enough for that, but also what's down here? Okay, so like there's just new. Like I don't think we need to prestige. Already making more headway. This is my toxic trait in this type of game, is I push myself too far. I always want to see how far I can go, because knowing everything I can about the next run, usually the thing that decides about, you know, like whether or not it's a really good run or not. Right? Like I want to push as far as I can so that I can see all the upgrades and plan ahead for them. I need one of these mines to spawn, like, right away. That was perfect. Aw, damn. Here we got damage of all guns. Let's get the fuel drain down. It helps a lot. Fuel drain rate is just what kills us. I don't know if it's smart or not. You give me too much credit. On silver. Damn. Oh, I was hoping the mine would get here sooner. We're going for that fuel drain rate. Okay, not bad. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. It just aren't showing up. Perfect. Excellent. Huge explosion. I'm looking to get drained here. Yeah, exactly. Pew, pew. Come on, do it. Yes. Great. We're racking up the points now. It's definitely coming a lot further along. Consumption is reduced as much as we... Gun damage. It's almost like a normal level now. Bill? It was a big mine. We couldn't really... We live and die by the landmines. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is it? Give me. Aw, okay. I don't like the drill very much. Mine is way better than the drill. Okay. Okay, we need more special shit to show up sooner, please. Come on. Landmine, weapon upgrade, yes. We're in the base. Penny. Shit, if I think a penny's pretty. What you think a quarter looks like to me? Landmines. Yeah, you're right. Space mines. A good game. More fuel. See how much, let's see how long we last now. Probably not much longer. Yeah, naval mines. You're absolutely right. Which seems silly because I don't think mines would work very well in space unless you had maintenance on them. Some mines would just not ever interact with anything. Which honestly is what they do most of the time in, you know, 2D space anyway, or, you know, in real world, on the ground, in the water, you know, in that kind of, like, they usually just sit around and rust, and then get forgotten, and then dredged up centuries, decades later. There's no medium to carry the blast. There's also no guidance on these bombs. This is the problem. Space is so big that things don't come near each other very often. So, like, building a weapon that's like, oh, don't come near here. Well, what are you protecting? It'd have to be really small. I mean, unfathomably dense. Protect any sort of, like, area. Or deny entry. All that. Oh, that's so good. More. 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 More max fuel. Okay, that's okay. We can definitely do it now. Get to the next sector, I mean. Like, if we really wanted to. It takes a bit of luck, though. Where's my landmines at? Come on, what the fuck? There they are. Where's my space mines at? And we really rode the edge there at the end. Let's go back there. No loot boxes, because we aren't advancing any stages anymore. Oh, yeah. Come on, give me the explosion. And it is not great. You just don't get to control what spawns around the space mines. Like, if you could, then you could probably control some of this. Not bad. Not bad at all. What are you? What are you? Come on. Do something good. Not good. Kind of mid. Harder than faster. Yeah, I guess so. Usually more economical to hit harder. Pew, pew. It just doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't do enough damage. Call the base. We're making good progress. That's the thing. We're chipping away at it. We're not going to afford anything with 50k, so those are like the hard walls, right? And platinum ore doesn't really benefit us at all. Quite big. That's 15 more fuel. Scraping the couch cushions for fuel. Do artifacts carry over? I'm pretty sure they do. Prestiging is the thing. We're not going to avoid prestiging for much longer. It's just that when I prestige, I'm probably going to end stream. So I'm putting it off for a few more minutes. But ultimately speaking, prestiging is the name of the game. It's going to give us access to the next... Maybe I'll come back later tonight or tomorrow. I'm kind of enjoying it, but I am kind of spacing out because I'm losing energy at this point. I wish I could ramble more about death. Yeah, I mean, it's something people will tell you I do it in text. Very much a writer. Ooh, Pierce. Kind of garbage. I Blue Sky posted the other day about my original Xbox Live account alert or whatever. Like, they just wanted me to update my password or something. So I logged into my Xbox Live account from the original Xbox that I used all through the Xbox 360 days. 13,000 gamer score and this Will Smith avatar from I Am a Legend 2007. They had a special. It just doesn't even look correct. It looks really wrong, and I'm ever gonna change that. It's gonna be until they force it. I'm sure they'll force it at some point. Did not clock it was Will. It's Will Smith. Yeah, it's a 20 years younger Will Smith. Kind of crazy. It's the scene in the movie where he's losing his shit and walking around the city. If you've ever seen I Am Legend, and one of his mannequins is out of place, which is something that doesn't make sense to him. Media Maxing, you've never seen it. It's an okay movie. If you've ever read Omega Man, it's that story. Nice, we love Explosive. It's so much better than all the other ones. The premise of the film is that this brilliant scientist finds himself in the post-apocalypse. Humanity has fallen, for all that he can tell, and he is the only normal human being left alive that he can see. And it's because this sort of plague has broken out across humanity, turning them into these beings that fear the sun. They're harmed by UV radiation. They're harmed by sunlight, and they have no sensibilities about them, it seems. They're just savage animals. And so, basically zombies, yes. It's about that. And basically, it follows this character who is trying to synthesize a cure for this disease that has befallen humanity, as he thinks he is among the last to live. It's actually really cool. But the Will Smith movie has a dog shit ending in the theatrical. It has an okay-ish alternate cut on the DVD. It's still kind of mid. Real good part of that movie is the middle. The beginning and the middle. It's just such a good atmosphere piece where they have this like abandoned New York City that he's roaming around and looting things from. game is immaculate. Who would think to modularly put Plinko in idler roguelite? And then silence. Gold and higher rarity ores are 2 times. Okay. What else we got? Immediately gain $1 for each ore collected. Okay. Double damage. All guns give 2 times effect. Yeah. All fuel increases. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're clearly meant to just prestige right away. You would have thought to put Plinko in anything. You're thinking too small, friend. You're thinking too small. We're gonna quit the game here. Or we'll just abort the expedition so I can have this. Yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna end stream here. Thinking too small, friend. Thinking too small. Too tiny. Thinking too... I'm going to end stream here, though. And, can I send y'all somewhere? Playing Norp again. You know, I don't know if I'll ever find myself playing Norp again, but I definitely like this type of game. And I had a really enjoyed myself today. Yeah, I'll try and feel better. I'm probably going to... Honestly, I'm probably going to take a shower or something and then nap. After I self-medicate sub. Let me see if there's somewhere I can send y'all to. I never really know, because when we raid somebody larger, it's just like... Oh, hey, look, low-key stream because I'm losing my voice. I can send y'all to Pocky. Y'all just go say hi to Pocky. Say hi to Pocky. Pocky's always a treat. I know I send y'all there all the time. I don't care. She's great. I usually find myself sitting there listening. But she has been playing Dispatch lately, which means I can't watch her stream, Pocky. She's not today, so just go say hi, Pocky. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see you later. And maybe we'll be back tomorrow with the rest of this. Bye. See ya.